pour for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the ocean, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got to picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly, they call it for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on me, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with the 2-dot team, and who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And avoids the contact by sliding. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimous St. Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's Hunt. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit. But how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting...
He's got it at the 15. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 55 yards. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back to throw here. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe-tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And running with power here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
All right, here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Dante Fowler in on the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to
trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to go deep down the left, and this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
After the interception, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. But they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Anthony Hitchens. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker.
This is intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. Give him 30 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Black got it out, feel it. Down.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And the pressure gets to him again.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And all the way down to the 35. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Here we go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is taken at his 4. A great play there. 96 yards. And the Texans are in for 6. Such an electric play. So much fun to watch. And you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the 2nd.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation of good.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Two big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for KC. 42 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Being chased out left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one, because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Equanimous St. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth. Butker
now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative.
And that's caught inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Watson. Dancing to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson steps away to his left. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Watson on first down. That's complete right around the 8. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
Richmond.
The final shot before the break. Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And they'll run it here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Reset.
From the gun, here's Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
Gun!
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gun, 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 gun. Gun, 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 gun. Gun, 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 gun.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gun, 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 gun.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw now on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurt. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
And Butker able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Come on. Hey. You got three.
A first throw for the backup Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Jadeveon Clowney in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
He'll return it from the 6. Oh, a 360. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Thomas. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. There to stop him, Chad Thomas.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. That's caught inside the 20. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 54 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Dances by him. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards.
Now let's go.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And now out comes Houston. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Green, 39! Green, 39!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Hunt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And the kick by Butker is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Texans. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Trubisky to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picked it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They win game number 9, which was their target number in the final game of the year.
And for some teams, that's the best thing that they can do. Achieve their goals. Everyone always talks about getting to the playoffs, winning more games than that. I understand that. But for some teams, getting things going in the right direction to hit their goal, I think that's fantastic. Something to build on.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long from Houston.
Somebody call for the queen.
told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly, they call it for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on me, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with the 2 dot team, and who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag, something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You gotta picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I see that new Bay alert. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win, are you pretty like no?
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, jumping in the bed with the 2 dot team, and who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag.
throw it back. Yeah, I'm born it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated to love it. The underdog, we live the swars. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. It's the glamour life, still not dead. That's nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, he already dead. It was written in the children's story. So what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents drop a gem on there. I'm on earth. These the last days. Throw your get money.